Hello, James again. So I am now 6 weeks on testosterone, um, and today might be kind of long because, as we all know, a couple days ago the election ended and Donald Trump was elected president. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit more than my transition, just because this is kind of an important thing to me as a trans person and as a Mexican American. Which, I mean, I know I'm white passing, you wouldn't be able to tell unless I told you that I'm Mexican American, but I am. So even though racism doesn't affect me directly, like I don't have people calling me racial slurs or throwing things at me or stuff like that, when I hear stuff about Mexicans, when I hear racial slurs, even if they're not directed at me, they still hurt me as a Mexican American. Anyway, and then as a trans person, I'm I think I briefly mentioned this in one of my other videos. To start my transition, I didn't go to a therapist. I went to Planned Parenthood in my area that happened to provide HRT for trans people, and that's how I started, through informed consent. So I don't have a therapist letter or an endocrinologist or anything like that. I just go there, and I'm really worried about Planned Parenthood getting defunded by Donald Trump or his VP Mike Pence, because Mike Pence is, you think Donald Trump is the devil, Mike Pence is like so much worse though, because Trump really hasn't said much in the way of our community, like not just trans people but LGBT in general. And but Mike Pence is super religious and anti-gay, everything, diverting funding from like HIV treatment to conversion therapy in his state from where he was a governor, senator, I can't remember. Personally responsible for an outbreak of, was it AIDS in his state, because he refused to do the clean needle, was it transaction exchange thing. So it's just not ideal what we're in right now. So I'm really worried about how this will affect me as a trans person, and I'm worried about losing access to hormones eventually, whenever he gets around to Planned Parenthood and funding and stuff. And I'm worried for my friends. One of my best friend is, Mexican. She's a Mexican American. She lives here. She came here legally, her and her family, but people don't care. I've already seen so many people talking about how they've had people yell at them, Trump's gonna send you back to where you came from, not just to Mexicans, but also to black people, like sending them back to Africa or whatever. Like, they live here, they're Americans. And I don't know, that even if Trump can't do all of the things that he said he would do or wanted to do, that doesn't matter as much as the fact that him winning on a platform of hatred validates every bigot and every racist. Now they feel justified and powerful, and I'm left feeling, me and my friends are left feeling pretty vulnerable. I can't stop thinking about my friend. I'm worried for her going out. I'm worried about her being the victim of a hate crime. I'm aware that I usually pass as male now. My voice is deep enough. I passed even before I started testosterone sometimes. Not usually, but sometimes. And so I'm aware I'm not really a target right now. So I don't have to worry as much as people I know, people I love. And it's just a scary situation. I know that neither party was all that great, but I thought it was pretty obvious to most people that Hillary Clinton was the better option. She was the lesser of two evils in this election. Yeah, I'm just gonna put these thoughts up, and then I'll make a separate video right after this one about my transition, because this is getting long. Yeah.